My beautiful Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, I'm the Royal Rogue, and you might already know that Howie named his upcoming memoirs Spare, just like that, no subtitle. And well, you can imagine that the internet's reaction couldn't wait to such a how to say that? I don't want to be too harsh on Howie, but I'm gonna go first with this reaction. My first reaction was, in fact, I sincerely thought that it was a joke, but it's still legit. Is this a thing? Really? Is this gonna be the picture and the name of the book? Was the most shocking. I did not expect that. My first reaction was that despair is peak self-pity. It's like no other way to put it. Let's see other reactions along the in this case the Twitter sphere. According to Taz, you can tell even by the title, this is going to be Howie's story of victimhood as seen through Megan's eyes. Of course, because you have that not Meg filter. I'm not going to spend a penny on this book because of how much hurt he peeled onto Her Majesty in her final years. I hope this book flops and burns in bargain bins. Well, I'm sure it will be like, as the success of The Bench. Similar, you know what I'm talking about. Also, according to Taz, well, most outlets have already slashed the book by 50%. When I saw the little sticker half price, for a second I thought that it said half prince, but it's I needed to put on my glasses. If I was them, I'd give it away in a penny sale like Holland and Barrett. Buy a decent book with a great author and get the petulant, procrastinating, pompous prince book for 1p. Yeah, that is a bit. It's sad that your book has just been announced. The date, the name, and the cover, and it's already a half price. All right. Well, not a good look. And we have, thanks to Ada Shufflebotham, a Prince Howie 3-book deal. Because, by the way, you remember that this is not just one book. This is a 3-book deal, which is like $40 million total. Something that is absurd. But, well, who am I to have an opinion on this? I'm not with the book publishing industry, so maybe they know something that I don't. And this Spare 3 is the series. You can imagine that it will be along some years until he has a bit more victimhood stories to tell in his upcoming books. And Harry's gray suit never disappoints. Jealous then, jealous now. After all his years of therapy, endless self-promoting speeches of mental health, Chief Impact Officer Chimpo of Better Up, an online mental health coaching service. After 20-something years, he's still bitter and jealous. I guess nothing has helped Boo. And she includes this video to make her point.
To a job that I absolutely adore. It is still hard work, but I'm better than William, so it's fine.
I'm better than William. But
you've been helping him with the exam?
Yeah, an awful lot. He needs a lot of help. It's the RAF way, so you have to help the army out quite a lot.
Well, William is not wrong. He needs a lot of help. He still needs it. And by the way, if you thought that this picture of Howie was pretty much like that Meghan Markle variety cover, it's because it's the same photographer who took the picture. Thanks to Baroness Brock, who pointed this to my attention. It is not hard to see the same influence in a style, the same intention of looking, well, not human at all, and one in a way that is a bit unsettling. I already made a video on the Body Language Guy channel to explain why Harry's picture looks so unsettling here, and a comparison with the title and the picture to other memoirs. You should go there and watch it. And how is so artificial the emotion in both instances? Well, and Harry at least tries to make a neutral face. I give him that. But Meghan, well, that android Meghan, will take a bit to get over it. Gin and coffee, 40 winks away. Apparently, healing comes with cash flow. Maybe Harry has been reading Robert Kiyosaki. The trauma of walking behind Diana's coffin has apparently been cured. Since Netflix is paying him a few million, they are free to exploit her death for entertainment. Also, the clicking of cameras is no longer a problem. Ka-ching! Yeah, Evelyn Kelly, oh dear. Even the title reeks of jealousy at not being first in line to the throne. Won't be wasting my money on it. This is a recurring theme. Even if the book is gonna have more than 400 pages, like how much does Harry have to tell? How much of a story does he have behind the cameras? The story that we don't know about, and maybe it's a story like The Crown, which is fiction, so they can make things whatever any way they want. Maybe is that the way that he's gonna write his memoirs? So he has already written them. Eliza, Home Next Door, seems more appropriate. I know that a lot of you had made this alternative cover and title. I just like this design, this version of Despair, which, by the way, is pronounced exactly the same as despair. Oh, despair. Interesting. English never ceases to amaze me. Carry.m, and carry. Where I am from, the only time we use the word spare is to follow it with the word prick. Spare prick. I didn't know what that meant, so I look it up, and it means something that just is, a spare, someone that has no business wherever he is. Pretty much like Harry. I have to say, Harry had the opportunity to do something with his life. He had a huge platform, a big platform in the world, and virtually no enemies. You know how hard is that? You were born into a platform where you have the opportunity to do so many things. Maybe you didn't want to be a working royal. That's okay. That's fine. You just live the working royal life. You get I don't know, your HRH taken away, but you can do whatever you want, build whatever you want. You have this huge platform. Wherever you go, people are gonna know you. People will support you. They will love you if you, of course, do things worthy of being loved. And you can have that opportunity. There's so much freedom and so much power that you had in that platform, Harry, that is sad what you ultimately did to sell, to try to sell books smearing your own family. After everything that you have earned thanks to them, not only by being born into the royal family, but everything that they gave you, that's a bit odd. I'm not saying that maybe you wanted to distance yourself from your family, because that can happen, but build your own story. It's don't keep being despair. That is sad. That is sad, especially as a man, to not being able to go forward. I'm not saying that women don't have to go forward, but as a man, it's sad. I'm a man, so I can relate to that. It's sad to not being able to go forward. That self-label, that self-pity. Nita 6776. No self-respecting person would call themselves a spare. His contempt and hatred for his own family is deplorable. Slicing, dicing his late mother's memories to the highest bidder for self-importance and financial gains is shameful. To say that he's a CEO of Better Up is comical. Yeah, Sabriel Lawn, 43%, whatever I decide. I don't know about other people, but I would not be paying this much money to listen to his annoying voice. Yeah, because Harry is gonna record the audio book in his voice. Wouldn't even pay that much for the book. Yeah, the hardcover is $36, and the audiobook $50. Thank God it's a 50% discount right now. But even so, I don't think people are gonna flock the internet with the pre-sales and all this stuff. Piers Morgan confirmed Prince Privacy will hurl his latest torrent of malevolent money-making muck at the royal family just in time to ruin his father's coronation as king. Charles should strip this petulant, selfish, greedy, hypocritical brat of all his remaining royal titles and status ASAP. I agree with Piers Morgan, and that is not something that happens all the time. Baroness Brock, and this is interesting. The Telegraph tweeted the proceeds of the book are being donated to charity by Prince Harry. It so far includes $1.5 million to Centebale, which supports vulnerable children and young people in Lesotho and Botswana affected by AIDS, and £300,000 to Well Child. And Baroness states something very interesting. Please define proceeds. Reportedly, Harry is being paid $20 million, not proceeds. The actual writer, that is an advance payment. The actual writer, the ghost writer who wrote the book, is also being paid some money. The publisher is recovering their investment, hopefully, and getting any surplus. So what proceeds are being donated? Okay, this is a semantics thing. Proceeds. Let's define that word, because you keep using the Telegraph that word, and I don't think you know what it means. Also, Baroness Brock, the Spanish language. Hello, I know about the Spanish language. Title is already a fail. En la sombra means in the shadow, shade, as in the shade or in obscurity, implying something dark and hidden from view. Agree, that is the exact translation that Baroness Brock did of the Spanish title. It was not well translated. It's not the correct meaning of the English title. A la sombra de would be more correct, meaning in the shadow of, or below someone's shadow, like you're the spear, the backup. Okay, even so, you know how it's hard, how different in wording and in meaning can be English and Spanish at the same time. Not at the same time, but we try to do our best. In English, I like the way you can convey meaning with such few words. That is much harder in Spanish. That's why it's so easy in English. Have headlines in English that are 3 or 4 words and they tell a whole story. While in Spanish we need at least 7, 8, 12 words for the same meaning. It's not that. It's just that the Spanish is different in that sense. But well, they are making their best effort. Megan Small, anyone else get the feeling the only reason Harry's book was delayed was so Netflix could show the whole Diana car crash first, then Harry's book would further expand on that topic? Oh, that will be totally insanely evil. All that nonsense about editing was BS. It's all about how to further cash in on his mother's demise. Well, a theory, and well, after naming his book Spare Anything. Anything is possible. Megan Small, too, who agrees the second photo would have made for a much better cover shot. Yes, like, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. Or I'm not crazy, I'm not what I'm doing. Kinsey Schofield, Kinsey. Every email in my inbox. What is your reaction to the book title? Me, spare me. The meaning, so don't bother continuing to tell me that. Please, no, God. Like my gifts, I have to upload my gifts to Twitter, by the way. Twitter currently owned by Elon Musk. Already, Countess Commonwealth. Even the book's title is a lie. Note to Harry, you stop being a spare the moment HRH, the Prince George of Wales, was born on 22 July 2013. The one who you worried would become more interesting and has become more interesting and more relevant. But it's not because he is more interesting and more relevant. It's because you let yourself down in a way that you yourself compare to a child. It was your mistake. Okay? He is an individual, another human being, and you are an individual, another human being, but you insisted on comparing yourself to your nephew. And it's like a jealousy, this jealousy that when he becomes 18, I will be totally irrelevant. Nobody could have told you that. And it's something that you yourself, it's a conclusion that you made yourself. Like, I don't know. I can't understand. This is something that I don't get. Is someone who went to the military and went through military training and realized being in Afghanistan and, well, being in whatever happened there, either being in the line of duty or whatever that meant, or being in the PlayStation line of duty, I don't care. Just being in the military, it should be a change of mind, an upgrade of character. What happened there? Nothing. Or the moment he went back, who went to, I don't know, Las Vegas, everything, the old Harry come back again. I don't know what happened. Can the man you've become just accept it and move on? I don't think so. Spare, Brianna's here 3 on Twitter. Spare the story of deemed damaged, emotionally stunted, entitled man-child who since marriage is estranged from his family, refuses to take responsibility for his own actions and blames others for everything wrong in his life. Oh, and he's better off life coach now. What the actual F? Royally blunt. I couldn't leave Royally Blonde out. Is this the cover? Looking like a prisoner in drug rehab. Yeah, it's like it needs the red eyes. It's like in the red eyes. And finally, I wanted to leave this for the last reaction that I'm going to cover today because it's quite on point. Billy, Stone and Orchard. This title is sad on so many levels. It places his insecurities on full display, shows what little perspective he has on all the advantages he's had in this life, and gives a window into his mindset. I couldn't have said it better. Thanks, Millie, for that reaction, that tweet. And this is the reaction to just the title and the cover. If you want to see my analysis on the design and the photograph that Harry chose for that cover, then go to my Battle Language Guy channel and I will be waiting for you right there. My Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and until we meet again on another video or another live, remember to download my 100 battle language tips right in the description of this video, and to subscribe and like so you can get notified the next time I upload this analysis or commentary or blind gossip or whatever we stumble into. Much love and bliss.